My history with sewing hoods is a bit complicated, but let me assure you, I put myself to work and developed a perfect formula for flowy hoods. So let me teach you how to make these aerial model horses. So this is what we will be making. I'm just showing this one I previously made. What you're gonna need, obviously paper, beads, chain, glue. It needs to be really strong. Scissors, pencil. Now let's start making the stencil. You're gonna mark in exactly the places I am showing you, where the neck starts. Now you have these two lines. We're gonna draw along the back line, like this, and mark where the tail starts. Now we will draw the belly line, like this. And mark how long you want the cape to be. Now mark where the forehead is. And now we have these wonderful lines that we need to connect. Just follow my guidance now. We're going here to make a very smooth line, but you can also make a straight one if you want the sharper edges on your cape. And I'm extending it to the back a little bit for aesthetic purposes. Now for the hood you want to make a curved line, like this, and make sure it's very broad, and how deep the hood be, so if it's like flat on the neck or very deep around the horse's head. Okay, cut it out, and now we can start cutting out the fabric. I recommend thin fabrics that will flow nicely. This one is a bit wrinkled, but well, it's too late to change that now. And one thing that is super important, when you are cutting them out, make sure to leave like a centimeter or 1.5 centimeter excess. So this is what I have right now. I'm going to fold it wrong sides together, and we're going to glue around this edge, or you can also stitch it if you prefer. But glue is totally fine as well, as long as it holds. But fabric glue is much better than normal glue because it will not stiffen the fabric. Okay, so this is what we have. Time to fold the edges up like this, without turning it inside out yet. And you want to stitch around this line, like I did here. So this is the hood rim that will be around the horse's face. And now we are going to make a very loose stitch around the bottom of the hood, but don't tie any knots. Leave both ends of the thread loose. And if you're going to use glue, just skip this part. So now I'm gonna pull the fabric to gather it. Let's set it down for now. I'm cutting out the other template, and we're going to sew or glue it around the back line, and make sure it fits the horse. If it doesn't, try again and adjust the template if necessary. Mine fits more or less, so now it's time to clean up these edges. You can glue them inside like this or sew them. And now I'm turning the hood inside out, and I pin the middle of the hood where the stitching is to the middle of the cape, so that it aligns evenly. And now I can stretch out the hood's fabric so that it matches the edges of the cape perfectly. And you want to glue or sew it like this. If you are using glue, just gather it by hand so that they align nicely. And it should fit your horse now, more or less. Now for the hood, what I like to do, because in such small scale the fabric still looks pretty stiff, it shouldn't stand upright like this naturally. I will take the top of this hood and gently pinch it like this, glue it in place so that it mimics as if so that it pretends that the fabric actually has any weight to it. Now obviously we need a way to close this. I think the opening is big enough that your horse's head will actually fit through it if you just glue these sides together. You don't need to make an elaborate closing mechanism, but just for decoration, I'm going to glue the chain like this. I think it's going to look more interesting. And to cover the sides, I'm applying glue and putting small studs on top of it. So this is what I have. And now we can put the cape on the horse, adjust if needed, and that's it. I think the effect is pretty cool. And the best thing about it is that the hood actually looks very deep and flowy, and it's really cool. I like it. I hope you like it too. I hope you liked this video, and I really hope that the instructions were clear enough to follow. If not, feel free to ask me in the comments. I will try my best to explain everything. Yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!